Look inside gasoline. Check. 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 check, 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 check. Promotion to queen.
Well, if they will force me to go to an endgame, which is not how I like to play, I prefer to play a complicated middle game. But if they will just do this reductum ad absurdum, thinking that the end game is easy, this is what gets me. A lot of chess players, they want to just get rid of the material and go to an end game because they think the end game is easier because there are fewer pieces. What they don't seem to realize, a lot of them, even these supposedly advanced players, is that the end game in chess is far, far more complicated because there are so many more possibilities. When your board is absolutely ram-packed with pieces, there's actually very few moves available. But when there's very few pieces on the board, you've got many, many more moves available. And because they think it's easy, they don't study it. They don't study endgame. I don't think I have studied it enough, but I do understand a few basic concepts such as triangulation and opposition, and getting the pawns home, and understanding that a pawn is worth far, far more than a piece, quite often. And it does annoy me that sometimes players will just try to get to the end with a slight pawn advantage so that they can just get queens. And sometimes they'll even try and make more than one queen. They're that lazy with trying to make efficient checkmates. But on this occasion, he was trying to get a piece advantage and gave me a pawn advantage, which of course was massively beneficial at the end. And I got my king to be more active. You've got to use the king at the end in the end game. It's one of the most powerful pieces. The king covers 8 possible squares. He can capture on 8 possible squares at the end, which is, that's the same number of squares that a knight can capture on. It's more squares than the pawns themselves can capture on, of course. So there it is. Another win. Will I make it to 2000 at some point?